Hello and welcome to another plague-filled episode of the weekly Deathmatch. Today we are playing Ratz Instagib, but even more interestingly, I suppose, we're playing it online. So this is just me in a match with two other people because not many people play this game, unfortunately. And let's just say there's a reason why I don't play Instagib game modes online because I can't tell whether I suck or whether people are really bloody good. I think it's a combination of both. Either way though, I feel like this was quite kind of a fun match. It was my first ever. No, it wasn't. I'm lying. It's not my first ever online match. It's my first ever recorded online match. But I've only played like one or two in the past, and it never goes well for me. But in this match, I discovered how to do super jumps by. I don't know if that's what it's called. By pointing your gun at the ground and right clicking, it boosts you up into the air far further than a normal jump would. I've got 3 hours logged in this game, and that's the first time I found out how to do that. So, yeah, you'll probably notice on the screen when I do it. So sorry about the commentary. It's going to be a bit lackluster. As you notice, this video is only 5.5 minutes long, or maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure. Because I'm ill. I'm really ill, but that's happened before on the weekly Deathmatch, and we forge on anyway because, you know, that's me. No, I had to pause the audio recording there and cut out a big sniff. Hope it wasn't too obvious. So today I'm mostly waiting on Kingdom Hearts to arrive, not Kingdom Hearts 3, as has just been released, but Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. Because I've never played those games, and I've looked at the gameplay, and I think it would be totally up my alley. I mean, like, I'm not a huge Disney guy, and I'm not a huge Final Fantasy guy, but I'm not opposed to either of those worlds. But mostly it's the gameplay that looks appealing to me. It looks like some really kind of old school PS2 era platformy hack and slashy, like, explory gameplay, and I really like the look of the level design and stuff like that. And while I may not be a Disney guy per se, I really like the look of like a lot of Disney stuff. So, and I will recognise a lot of the characters and have seen some Disney films. So, you know, this all started when I kept seeing tweets about how weirdly complicated the story was and how tone deaf it was by placing Goofy in certain situations. I thought that looked kind of funny. So I looked up a video guide to the Kingdom Hearts series, and I found out that, well, firstly I was looking at Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on the PlayStation Network store, and I found it interesting that it contained what looked like 6 games, none of which were called Kingdom Hearts 1.5 or 2.5. I then found out that's basically the essential collection of the games up until a certain point, at which point you want to purchase 2.8, but we'll get to that if we get to that. And it's really interesting what they've done with some of the, I suppose, lesser games, or like more handheld style games that most people wouldn't play through or something. I don't know. They've just got all the cinematics and remastered the cinematics so that you don't have to play the game. They've just provided like movies. I believe it's 4 games and 2 movies. I might be wrong. That's on 1.5 and 2.5. But I think it's really cool that they've done that. And apparently, like, it's this massive overarching story, and every game is important and stuff like that. So I will check back with you next week and let you know how my foray into the Kingdom Hearts world has gone, whether it went successfully or not. I kind of like the look of the absolute clusterfuck that is that series. And yeah, so I'm going to try that when it arrives. Hopefully any minute, Mr. Postman, or Mrs. Postman. Mrs. Postman. Post Lady. Is it Post Lady? Is it Postman? I don't know. I don't know if the job title varies, or whether it should or shouldn't. I'm very out of it right now. I do apologise. This episode of Weekly Deathmatch is brought to you by medication. Oh no. I don't normally medicate, to be honest, but I had a really bad headache, and if there's one thing I can't stand and that I will cave into, it's headaches. But even then, it's not really like anything massive. It's just like a couple painkillers. But I don't know, this has been a weird episode. I do apologise. as you can see there, it definitely affected my gameplay. Like, I'm definitely normally way better than this. No, I'm not. At this point, I'm just kind of vamping until the video ends because I'm not really sure what else I've got to say. What happened this week? I took off work ill. I took time off work for being ill. That's how that sentence goes. I'm going back tomorrow because I like money and I like to keep my job. So, yeah. Thanks for enduring this episode. Next week we'll hopefully be back to normal. Oh.